Hello, everyone. This is Josh, and gonna be calling out the bullshit. Let's get down to it. I'm not fucking playing around anymore. Um, I am a real fucking person. People want to call me a motherfucking troll, whereas I give my name Josh. I don't give my last name for obvious reasons, but I give my real fucking name Josh. Show my face, and yeah, so I don't see how that's considered a troll, but that's not why I'm here to talk about. I just had to start with that. What I'm here to talk about is the fucking money game that is going on in the so-called wannabe fucking truther community, the truth cult. And let's break it down. You've got everybody out there right now. Not everybody, but the big names that have all their fucking channels asking for donations and, oh, I can't pay my property tax. Can you please send me some money? Well, I've got something to tell you. The truth in general is you cannot charge for that. It is a free for everyone kind of thing. When you start asking for money, you destroy what truth there was. You look at Alex Jones, and what does this motherfucker do? He fucking advertises everything, sells things through his store, and you've got plenty of people doing this now. And just to get right motherfucking to it, okay, Dabu7 asked for $3,000 for a damn drone that cost about 1,200 bucks. So he made about 1,800 bucks off of that deal. Then he asked for another $3,000 to buy new computer equipment. And what is the problem with this? You may ask. Well, the problem is when you are monetizing videos on 4 channels that you have, roughly, let's just say 300,000 subscribers between all your channels, and you get, tens of thousands of views a day, you're making a full-time job income from that. And then you go and ask for money. Well, that's crossing lines. You're not about truth any longer, and I don't care anymore. I'm calling it out, and people want to continually play this game. I get accused of playing games. I'm a real person, man. I just got back from the pub, chilling. I live a real life. I've had an exciting life lately. I've done a lot of awesome, amazing, fun things. Not been focused on the internet like many of us should be, but I still I speak truth to people when I see an opportunity arise, and I think that is to me living the example I would like to see everyone else do, to think for themselves and to plant seeds among other people. As many of you saw, I was on Robert J. Morris's show for like 5 minutes before I was kicked off because I was speaking about real things. Chad Lilly absolutely threatened to murder people. That you cross that line, there's no coming back from that. Then you've got Robert J. Morris, who I know for a fact, because I've talked to the person who funded this guy, received about $600 in funds, promised to pay it back, then became homeless, then spent all his fucking money on booze. And at the same time, I was going through things in my life where I was not really sure where I was going to be living. And some of the same people actually offered to send me money, and I refused. And you know why I refused? Because I will not take anything from anybody. I can work off the sweat of my brow. I work a real job. I bust my ass. I make decent money from it. I live on my own. So that's the thing. I came from not knowing what the fuck I was going to do to basically being able to do whatever the fuck I want to do from working my ass off, not taking anything from anybody, and living life. This is the problem. People want to fund these people for their screencast-o-matic bullshit, where they make a video, they talk about the news from some website, they post a link, and they make money from their video. You know, you make about $1 every 1,000 videos, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you reach Dabu status, where you've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you know, tens and 20,000 or views a day, you're making a pretty decent income. And on the low end, you know, I'd say Dabu makes at least $30,000 a year, which that's a full-time job. You can live off of that. So you know that's what I'm saying. Yet he still asks for $6,000 now, and he's received it. You don't see a problem with this shit? I mean, come on. Um, that's the real issue. And you know, as far as you know, what people want to say about me, that is absolutely fine. I speak my mind. I speak what I feel is truth, and a lot of times it's my opinion and my personal perspective. But I'm not asking anybody for anything when I do it. And furthermore, I don't have a problem with monetization of videos, as long as it is, you know, accurate, real information. It's not based on fear porn. It's not based on, you know, trying to hype things up like TMZ style news. If you're actually doing something creative, if you're actually doing something, you're putting work into it, you absolutely deserve to make that money from the monetization. You deserve to make that money because it's off your creativity. Um, what a lot of these people do, fucking, you know, I'll just use Dabu as an example. You know, he takes, like I said, Screencast-O-Matic or whatever screen capturing device, records a video that takes as much time as it does to talk and hit record and stop and read the paraphrase the news, then he uploads it. This shit should not be okay. It's not cool. Um, and this is again my opinion. A lot of people don't necessarily agree with my opinion, and I respect that. But as you can see, also my chat is wide open. Anybody can come in and jump on the panel. That is totally fine. I I am totally fine with all alternative perspectives and, you know, different frame of mind from where I stand. And in the last show, I actually had people disagree with me, and that's cool. Like, we had good conversations over disagreements because it's how it should be. Um, the money thing is growing to be a real problem. I saw the other day, literally a guy starts off and he's like, "I'm sorry guys, I didn't want to do this, but I need your help. I can't afford to pay my property taxes, and you know, I'm making these YouTube videos, and if you want to continue seeing me make these YouTube videos so I don't have to get a job, well, please go to my GoFundMe page." And I'm not even going to say who did this, but if you don't see something wrong with that, well, I mean, come on, man. I don't know how long this hangout is going to be. I just felt I needed to do it because, you know, when you are blocked, banned, kicked out, whatever, then you know, you shut down a voice. It doesn't make you right if you can't debate the one talking. And Rob and Chad outright lied. You know, because I was actually there when Chad threatened Event Skeptic. He threatened to cut out his tongue, threatened to kill the guy, and has multiple times shown his firearms on camera with a threatening gesture about it. Then Rob says, you know, "Oh, I made a video saying, yeah, I you know, that I totally respected people that gave me the money, and you know, but the thing is, I've talked to one of the people that actually funded him, and has not seen a dime of that back." And what has Rob done since then? He has lived out of his truck at the Salvation Army, gone camping. Every video you see, he's drunk as fuck. Tonight, he's drunk as fuck. Drunker than he used to be on the Save the Silly Humans. And yeah, I might be on a little bit of a tangent. I might be ranting a little bit, and I am kind of looking over the chat. And John Ladong, you know, like, I don't have a problem with you. I'm pretty sure Tim Osmond, just like, you're more than welcome to come in and troll me. I don't care. Just please do not show pornography on my chat. That's all I ask. Like, you're more than welcome to fuck around. Um, Fellow man, you know I'm always cool with you, dude. We go back a little ways. You know what's up, man. And I see a Vince Skeptic in there. You know, dude, I don't have any problem with you, dude. Like, shit's just been cray cray in my life lately, so I haven't been around. And I do see your messages here and there, but I'm not really on Skype much. And I see Jalapeno Agent in there, and much love to my veggie brethren out there. As many of you know, I am Potato, and I do not know who all the veggies are. I do happen to know who some of them are, but you will never get that out of me because those guys are doing good work, and I think that they're doing what they need to do. Matrix Defraud, I see you in there. A rip on Matrix Decoded. I think that's pretty awesome. And yeah, you know, Jalapeno, I'm sure Robert J. Morris did totally fucking dislike this shit already, because I'm calling him out for what he is. A drunk ass fucking loser train wreck who uses people. And you know, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I get called all kinds of shit, which is fine. It does not bother me. But the thing that bothers me is why I can get called out for being a so-called troll. People fund these guys, give them fucking money. And Matrix Defraudacy, a hint, hint. So I might know what it be do for out there who knows what that means. But anybody, please feel welcome to join the chat, have a little talk with me about what you feel. You know, let's. I'm just going to continue on this little rant. I am pretty tired of what I see. You know, somebody like Professor Doom, somebody I used to respect the shit out of. That guy, I really liked what he did. I thought it was great. He called people, interviewed them. Then he comes out and says, well, you know, oh, I got grandkids, and I'm going to start needing money, and all this. And then he starts pushing fear porn. Ice cream trucks and fucking tanks at Walmart. I mean, come the fuck on. Like, this shit is a little, it's gone on a little too far. And like I said, I had much respect for the guy. Then, let's go into John LeBon's chat the other night. John LeBon's chat the other night, where Jeff C was there, and you know, I was promised to be able to join, whereas, you know, I sent him my Skype, and in my personal opinion, I believe this was a dox attempt. You can find out my IP address, but just because you have a general idea of where I might be does not mean you're going to find out shit about me, because I don't put my fucking shit on the internet like a dumbass. You know, but anyways, I was trying to get on and talk to Jeff C. Whereas, you know, Jeff C. he shut me out, blocked me, would not talk to me. And I had the guy's back. As many of you know, I hosted Will Do It Live while he was gone. And here I am. Like, why won't this guy answer my questions? And, you know, the thing is, you know, I went after Press Reset Earth a little bit too. But the guy, I got to give him credit. He did address my questions. And that is unlike most of the people out there, like Jeff C., who will not talk about personal life, will not talk about personal things, other than maybe his dog. But anyways, I was trying to get on the show. He promised me I could get on and talk. And to defend myself, since they were, you know, basically talking shit about me. Or at least Jeff C. was. And, you know, he said, oh, give me 15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes. And I was very patient. And then I reached my breaking point. And I was like, you know, this is fucked up. This is to me, and this again is my opinion, but I believe all these people are in on something together. I don't know, or I don't necessarily believe they are all in it together, but I believe that there is something going on. I feel that there is something going on with all these people. They work together. I don't know who the fuck they work for or what the fuck they're doing, but I do feel that they are. Again, it comes down to the controlling of the narrative. Um, the narrative right now is all about chasing the tail of the next hoax, the next event. Let's talk about the color purple, the color green, and the Freemasons and all this shit. While we have the Trans-Pacific Trade Agreement going on right underneath our fucking feet. And again, that might be another distraction from something else. And I've also heard about, like I said, I haven't been keeping up with the internet lately. But you look at this whole shit with they're trying to bring Benghazi back out, and because Hillary's running for president. But to me, who gives a fuck about Benghazi? Because we all know what happened, or not we all, but a lot of people know what happened, and we already know that it's either going to be Hillary Clinton or Jeb Bush, two sides of the same fucking coin. So why even waste our time, running Hillary to the ground? Because if we do, then that just means Jeb Bush will be president. It doesn't matter. We're screwed either way you look at it. While, again, the Trans-Pacific Trade Agreement is going on right underneath our fucking feet. And it, it's been fast-tracked or whatever. I haven't been keeping up with it again because I have been busy with my personal life. That is why I'm on here at 2:30 in the fucking morning. And, I agree with you, fellow man. The TPP is the beginning of the New World Order. And I remember you talking about getting those papers in the mail and, confirming that. But here's the thing. Like, I think the New World Order is already here. We're living in the illusion, compartmentalized to the point where we think we're doing something, but we're not. Like I said the other day, or I've said a couple of times, I went out to the bar a few weeks ago. There was a guy who was talking about some shit, and I brought up Sandy Hook. What did he do? He flipped the fuck out on me and said that, I'm just a crazy tinfoil hat guy, whatever, blah, 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 because, I brought up certain things about Sandy Hook. Whereas then I talked about 9/11, and he could agree with me on certain points. And, that shows what this is all about. In my opinion, and again, I keep saying my opinion because it is my opinion of a big picture perspective. You look at Sandy Hook, and what has it done? It did wake some people up. There's no doubt about that. But we continue to talk about it. We continue to do things, have podcasts about Sandy Hook, a 3-hour fucking documentary on it. That a lot of the information that I found relevant wasn't even discussed in the damn thing. And what does it do? It keeps us focused on something that happened over 2 years ago, when we should be focusing on things that affect us in our daily lives. I'm not I don't have children, so I'm not very big into the vaccine thing. I don't live in a place where it's mandatory. But if you got children, vaccines, in my opinion, should be high on the priority list as far as like busting this shit out, calling it out, making people aware to it. Genetically modified food. Another thing that affects us all personally. We all have to deal with genetically altered food. You really can't get away with it or away from it. Fluoride in your water. I mean, fuck, things that we deal with on a daily basis that affect us. And, for instance, let's go back to the fucking goddamn train crash or fucking TransAsia. Like, what the fuck did it do? It didn't affect anybody's life. Most people didn't even know about this shit. But yet, it got talked about for a month and, kept us running in circles, chasing our tails. And again, I'll keep saying it as new people come in, but the link is in the description. Please feel free to join in. I don't have a problem with anyone coming in as long as you do not show pornography or anything like that. I don't care what you have to say. You can disagree with me. We can talk. and that, like I said, totally open to anyone. And what am I doing, John Ladong, to fix things? Well, I speak to people in person. I go out anywhere I go. I hear a conversation. I lay out some facts. I talk about things that are important. I hear a lot of people talking about the rebel flag bullshit. And, I'm a Southerner. I grew up in the South. I understand that it's heritage, not hate. Don't have a fucking problem with the rebel flag. But again, while everyone's talking about that, TPP gets fast tracked. So that's one thing that I do to talk about. I'm not very versed on exactly what's going on with the TPP. I understand the brief overview of it, but I know it is important to address because there is no attention being given to it. And that's one thing that I talk about. I use any opportunity. It's not about like, proving that something is a hoax or talking about that. TPP gets fast tracked. So that's one thing that I do to talk about. I'm not very. You gotta pause the brief overview of it, but I know it is important to. Hey Ed, can you hear me? You gotta pause the live chat. Given. And that's one thing that I talk about. I use any opportunity. It's not about like, hey buddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, you just gotta pause that. All right, okay, you got it. So
I got it.
What's up, man? So how you feeling tonight on this Saturday morning?
Yeah, hey, I know I'm live. I got to watch my P's and Q's. I've had some beers.
Say whatever you want, man. I've been using profanity out my ass tonight, so say whatever is on your mind.
No, yeah. Do you know who I am? Ed Brooks.
Okay, Ed Brooks. Yes, I do know who you are.
Do you remember me from the past?
Yes, I do.
Do you remember I helped you out on a certain situation? Somebody was calling you out, and you were like, "Hey, I appreciate that, man."
Yes, I do, man. I remember you, Ed Brooks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we tried to talk before, but you had mic problems before, so it sounds like you got that taken care of now, though.
I've always had mic problems for some reason, man. I bought a brand new headset, and then it's like I was running off my tablet, so pretty much I think it was the insert where it actually goes into the tablet, yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know where to start, man. I mean, what am I getting into here? Just kind of venting your piece, speaking whatever. What?
Well, I originally I started this out talking about the money situation, people asking for money.
Okay.
To sell truth, and I disagree with that 100%. You cannot ask for money because truth is free. It is free to everyone because truth does not have those kind of bounds. Your master fucking gurus never ask for money. They might accept something that was given to them, but they will never ask for it. And even the same thing with monetization is it's fine if you want to monetize your videos, but all I'm saying about that is, at least use your creativity. Don't fucking make a damn video talking about some bullshit news that we already know is fake. And that's kind of, I don't know, I've been on a tangent, just kind of going at it.
Okay. I mean, with the truth virus, right? I mean, with the clothing, I mean, what do you think about that? In your opinion, do you think that's right or wrong? Or
I have talked to Truth Virus, not actually like voice chat. I would be more than willing to talk to him, but what I originally talked about selling T-shirts, but I didn't even know he was selling T-shirts at the time. I was actually talking about Mr. Grim V, and I don't agree with his tactic, but what Truth Virus did explain himself, and he said, hey, like, I have a disability, I have to take care of my kids, I'm just trying to make a little bit of side income so I can take care of my kid. And I can respect that, and I appreciate that, and I backed off of him, and I'm not going after that guy anymore. So
Yeah, I mean, thanks for filling me in because I had no idea that he had a disability and he's doing that to try to provide for his family or
Yeah,
his son. So,
and see that to me is it's understandable. I don't necessarily think that I would do that myself, but I don't know because I'm not in that situation. But you know that to me is different than somebody like Dabu Seven who asked for $3,000 for a $1,200 drone, and then another $3,000 for a computer when he's making a full time wage income from YouTube. That's dirty in my opinion.
right. Yeah.
Um, and then you've got a lot of people. It's become a trend to ask for money.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I work a hard ass job. I was offered money when I was going through my shit, and I refused to take it. And it's not about, oh, I'm better than that. It's about that I don't want to take anything from anybody. Um, and then I see things. People ask for money. I'm like, why don't you just get a fucking job like I've got? You know what I do? I fucking crawl under houses, man. I do straight up bitch work, crawl space work, man. But I get paid well to do it, and it's a skill that I've learned. And when I moved back to Tennessee, my boss gave me my job back, and I work my ass off in what I do, and it's a job that most people cannot handle.
Yeah.
But any job, any way of income, even if like if you're making money off of YouTube, that's fine. If that's your income, sure, like monetization, that's cool. But don't ask for money on top of that. That's getting greedy, is how I see it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know. Make it up as you go along. I know there's so many different ways to analyze things, isn't there? It'll drive you crazy.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing
No.
is, I haven't really been around much lately. I still get accused of being, trolling everybody's chats and all this. But
Yeah, I know.
the
I know.
funny thing is, like, I haven't even been around. Like, I mean, I have been living a crazy experience. Like, I'm single now, so like I've been just having a blast. Like, and learn to kind of enjoy it. And I'll just kind of tell people out there, like, I ended up going to this place called Hippie Hill, which is a commune for hippies. They have live shows out there, and ended up like getting dosed somewhat against my will with several psychedelics, and had a really crazy experience and learned that this place is actually a cult. And it's crazy that I ended up there. But I went with a couple of girls, and we had a good time. And then like shit, like the most recent situation I've been in, like a friend of mine and his girlfriend, like I kind of started to have a connection with this girlfriend, and things have happened, and it's caused some weirdness in my life, and it's just funky, man, and like I keep getting myself in weird situations, but I'm loving life and I'm living, and that's all you can do. But I speak truth to people at any time I see an opportunity, and what else can you really do?
Yeah, I mean, if I can I kind of take the panel, take the floor, and say what I gotta say?
No, go for it, man. That's why this
Uh,
is here.
oh yeah, no, I'm no name calling. I'm not gonna be cussing, ranting, and raving, making a big ass of
Say
myself.
whatever you need to say, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, man. I just, I wish for the best. I, I wish for the best for everybody out there. I don't even want to say this community anymore because what is, labels, right? Labels, words, wordisms, verbiage, wordage. What is it all? You know what? Come on, you know, uh, you know. I'm getting to the point now. I mean, I should have been a long time ago, and I'm guilty of it too. I have to admit. Sometimes I was afraid to voice my opinion on, I don't agree with that person's channel. I don't agree with her channel, his channel, their channel, because, I didn't want to offend anybody. But now, in my own realization, in my own opinion, right? It's sorry, guess what? We're not gonna, get approved by everybody. We're not going to be able to please everybody. When I first came into this community, once I actually found out, oh my, what? There's kind of a, you know, I don't even want to say underground YouTube community, but it kind of seemed like that in the beginning. And now it seems like, you know, kind of a free for all for bashing, name calling, labeling, you know, negative, low vibrational frequencies, negative energies, all of it adds up, and the shit talking never stops. And it's like, oh, instead of looking for the next conspiracy fact video, not theory, but fact, if they do come out and come around, which they do from time to time, I think we could all agree. It just seems to be a trend now. You know, it's like, okay, how many people can we bash this weekend or this week, or, you know, and I understand when somebody's doing wrong, okay, call them on it, right? But now it's just, yeah, I mean, I don't know how many, you know, hangouts you've done or podcasts that basically I'm just regurgitating the same thing that you've already talked about so many times. But, you know, I think, you know, again, I hate to use the word community, but again, just reaching out there to the masses, the people that are in here, in whatever, in this thing, right? That we need to remind everybody that, you know what, we're going to disagree to agree, agree to disagree, but at the end of it all, respect and love each other.
True that.
It's as simple as that. I mean, you know, it should be common sense, but it doesn't seem to be common anymore. And, you know, it does get frustrating. I don't know, you know, at least once every 2 or 3 weeks, some of the people that, you know, I'm sharing in my circles on Google Plus and whatnot, they're like, I'm fed up. I want to leave the community, and here I am trying to, you know, wheel them back. I'm trying to get them back. Oh, no, don't give up. Just, I know you're a strong person, strong spirit, soul, what have you. Don't give up on the community. It's like history. History is always going to repeat itself. You have to expect this bullshit, but it does get frustrating after time. And what do? You know, you take the lemons, try to make a lemonade out of it, and it's just something that, unfortunately, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but I think it's never going to stop. You know, it's never going to stop. And again, that's all we can do is try to make the best of it. I know it sounds like a cliche out there, everybody who's going to watch this later, and anybody who's watching it now, you know, it sounds like a big ass phony, oh, you know, kumbaya love by the bonfire, and, you know, let's crack open some beers and smoke some bud and psychedelics or whatever. You know, no, and sober wise too. You know, it's just, we can do it. I mean, why can't we get along? But for some reason, whatever you want to call it, right? It doesn't want to happen. We cannot consistently live in embracing each other. And again, you know, agreeing to disagree, but love and respect each other. I mean, we've seen all the parody videos that came out recently, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to name names again because they know. And some of them, I love it because they honestly go, hey, you know what? I'm getting a little attention. Hey, F it. You know what? Good or bad, you know, it's all fun. At least it lets me know that I'm still being remembered, whether it's for my downfalls or positiveness, right? Yeah.
Well, you know, and actually, you know, you bring up some very valid points. And, you know, I am definitely guilty of getting fired up and kind of going after people.
Yeah.
But to, I guess, not necessarily justify what I do, but at the same time, I have tried to talk to people. I've tried to extend a certain olive branch, you know, try to be like, hey, this is why I do what I do, why I speak out. And it comes down to, I really just ask questions. And I always say, hey, this is my opinion. And it really offends people. And then they want to block you, to block what you have to say. And I am adamantly against that. I think, yeah, sure, people have the right to block whoever they want to, sure. But it does not make you right. And I see people being misled. You know, people they hear about things, they hear things about me, and they think, you know, oh, this guy's a troll, this guy's whatever. But the truth of the matter is, I use my name. My name is Josh. I show my face. Um, I'm not hiding behind anything. I use Potato Agent. I fucked around with that account a little bit, but you know, I came out and said, hey, you know, yeah, I'm Potato Agent. It's not about trolling. It's about calling out things, and the way that I see is the best way to do it is the parody videos. It's funny, man. Like, people can't take a joke. There's two accounts. There's shower denied and hygiene denied, and I love it. Like, I think it's great. Like, it's flattering to me that somebody would take the time to make accounts about me and use my picture. It's cute to say, you know. But that's why I do what I do. I'm not necessarily out to really hurt anybody or anything. I am against the money making scheme, but as far as, you know, the Matty D's and the Robs and all these people, it comes down to, it's a joke. Like, I just want to you know, pick at that, like, kind of chip away, chisel at that mentality that you can't lighten up. Like, let it go a little bit. So what if somebody says some stupid stuff in your chat, or makes fun of you? If it, you know, to bring up a very valuable lesson that I learned is when I had Tim Osmond on my show, like, you know, 6 months ago or so now, he came in and he said, you know, that trolling will never stop. It will never, you know, you're never going to be able to defeat it. It's always going to happen, and if you can't handle it, then you sure as hell don't need to be in any kind of truth community, because if you can't handle the trolls, well, how the hell are you going to handle the New World Order? I mean, that's, you know, like, it's pretty simple, and that's a very valuable lesson, and I'm grateful for what he told me. And that kind of goes back into why I started so-called trolling. It's like, because he was right. Why should trolling be a big deal? What my agenda when I go into a chat and I so-called troll, you know, and again, I'm using either my Truth Cult Denied or my Potato Agent. I try to get, like, you know, Mr. Grimby or Robert or whoever to say the things I write in the chat on their show. And when you do that, you've automatically lost the battle. You have fed in and you've totally derailed your own show. And that's what he was trying to point out to us. Yeah, like, they're going to be there in the chats, but when you ban them, like people like Tim Osmond, you can't ban the guy because he'll just come in with another account, another account, another account. And that's fine. You know, most of the time the guy isn't really doing too much of a bad thing. You know, the only thing I don't agree with what he does is he will go into chats and, you know, show pornography on his screen. And that, you know, that's kind of crossing the line. But I don't, other than that, like, I don't have a problem with what he does. I don't have a problem with trolls. I think it's funny. And, you know, that's what it comes down to. Humor is, in my opinion, at this point, the best way to spread awareness, to spread truth, to you know, get a message across. Because when you speak it in aggressiveness or you speak facts at somebody, they aren't going to listen. But if, like a comedian, you know, everybody remembers Bill Hicks and George Carlin because they made you laugh, but they also had a message behind what they said.
In truth, yes. Yep.
And that's kind of the direction I'm going. Like, yeah, I point things out, but it's funny. It's funny, and people take it so seriously. You know, I speak my mind, and I don't hold back. I used to hold back, and I think the best thing to do is, for everybody, is to speak what's truly on your mind. Never fucking hold back. Say what you feel. If we all said what we felt, then basically we wouldn't have the problems we had today, because people aren't going to be worried about the so-called political correctness, hurting somebody's feelings, worried about what other people are going to say because they said this, because they didn't agree with this. And, you know, I live a real life. The internet is something I do just on the phone on the side now, and I'm going to continue doing what I do, and people are either going to hate me for what I do, or they're going to understand it and say, oh, this guy isn't so bad. I am a nice guy. And I always said that. You know, I'm a very nice person, and I love everybody. I have nothing but love for people. But do not mistaken my kindness for weakness.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And that's where I'm at now. People mistook my kindness for weakness because I was exactly saying what you're saying. You know, we should all be able to come together on this. But I realize that's just not going to happen, and it
Yeah.
breaks my heart. You know, it does. It makes me sad. But now it's about finding the cool people out there that are on your wavelength, on your same path, and just talking to them, making impacts in your daily life. Like, what else can we do? We aren't growing anymore. I mean, I've got 24 viewers right now. Like, what is that? Like, that's nothing. It's a little drop in a needle point pin. It's nothing. Um, but maybe one person in that hears something that I say, and they carry it on into their daily life, and that plants a seed in somebody else. And you know, that's all I'm about, man.
Yeah.
Me too.
I influence.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
influence?
Hey. I just wanted to say, though, as far as the porn goes, we gotta be careful with that, and I think personally it's wrong
Oh, I agree
because
with you
we
fully.
have minors that could be watching, so
You're absolutely right.
we should support each other if possible on that. But I think that a lot of people come in, we have big eyes. We've been following a lot of the channels for ages. We liked some of the videos that they put out, and then they would have a show, and we'd be like, oh, cool, go and listen to it and chill and hang out, and everything seems to be going good. And this is at least my experience, what I've seen happen to a lot of people. Then all of a sudden, people start judging you, like just because for whatever reason you don't do this, you don't do that. Who do you think you are? You're no good. And it's like, wow, you were just following this person for how long, watching their videos and supportive,
Yeah.
and then they just kind of like say nasty, horrible things, and then you start to realize, well, they're not really that good of a person to begin with. You know, like when you see the other side of them, you realize they're not really that good of a person to begin with. So, as far as the parodies like this week go, that's my new release. Is it's the only thing I can do now is to laugh. I mean, I have really no other choice. I know for me, I tried everything else. I tried going to people, talking to people, trying to go one-on-one. I don't know what your experience is specifically, Ed, or I know some of yours, though, Drew,
I could.
obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell a story. I'm sure the community's heard it once before, but I could say it again, and I'll try to spit it out as quick as I can, if I can.
Absolutely, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Open, man.
It was ever since the downfall with Event and RJM, and RJM got whatever frustrated with Event and said, F it, get out of my show, get out of my podcast. And at that time, my avatar, my Ed Brooks, which I'm going to click off my camera right now, and pretty much that was showing when Event left. And seconds after Event left, when Robert asked him to leave, my avatar left. And ever since that moment, oh shit, man, I was put through the ringer. All of a sudden, I had people calling me out. You're one of the Event skeptic sock puppets, and I had to jump through hoops to prove myself. I was like, okay, fine. All the whatever people calling me out, I'll do a live video chat with you right now. I'm gonna click off my avatar. What you see right now. I'm gonna click it off. Here I am. Real human being, bags under my eyes, or dark circles under my eyes, what have you. I'm flesh, right? I'm real.
No, I actually saw that happen too. I saw them kind of go after you. You know, it's been a mess, and you know that's the problem. I
And so I was like, hey, I'm going to do what I have to do to prove myself. But now I would like to think I've been in the community long enough. Maybe not everybody knows me, but I'm
But I would
consistent.
ask,
I try to be.
can I ask you a question though, Ed?
Yeah.
Should you have even been put in that position to begin with? I mean, the question
Maybe,
really is, who
yeah,
are these
yeah.
people that they think that they have the right to do this to us?
Yeah, no, I mean, you're bringing up a very, very good, valid point. But you know what? On the other hand, I'm a trooper. I'm a fighter. I freaking, you know what? I may take a break from time to time, and I get depressed, and I get pissed off, and I get lonely with the world, the reality that we live in, all the negative forces, everything that's going on around us in our existence and in this community. And I need a break, but I come back and I go, hey. I'm going to invite it once again with open arms, and I'm going to try to be about reposting people's work that I can relate to and show love and empower people. I mean, you know, whatever. At 39 years old of age, and I'm 42 now, but at 39 years old of age, I, I, I hate to admit it, but it's true. I finally figured it out. I know why I'm here, why my existence, why I was put here, to show love, to empower people, to embrace people, keep that positivity going, keep that light going, and it's as simple as that. I've made it up in my mind. You know, I'm not the greatest researcher. I don't claim to know the truth on what shape the planet is and the truth about algorithms and Wi-Fi signals and this topic and that topic, but I do know love, and I know there is a difference. Even some of the people in this community that have been labeled as psychotics, it's unbelievable. If you actually treat them like an equal, whatever you want to call it, human being, living organism, treat them with love and respect, you're going to get that same back to you. What does that tell you? Common sense, man. Common sense rules every time. It's when you let the ego, the hatred get the best of you, what do you think's going to fucking happen?
Well,
You know?
let me ask you a question, Ed. Do you think that there's a lot of love and understanding when somebody is, say, hosting a show and the whole time they're over putting down everybody else, saying things like, what do you contribute? What are this? Because I noticed that you were prefacing some of what you were just saying with, well, I know I don't do this content and I don't do this, but I see that as that's how much badgering we've taken from so-called leaders of the truth movement, that we almost are like kids answering to them
Right.
on all their questions, and like we're having to make excuses for ourselves. And you know, when you started, and I know, well, I can't speak for you, let me speak for myself. When I started watching all these YouTube videos and supporting a lot of these people, and I've been around for several years, and I've been dealing with this stuff for at least a year, and I can tell you, I never once imagined that I would have to sit there and answer to, at 45 years old and a grandmother, that I owe any of these people an explanation for who I am or what I do. But I see that there is this game that gets played, that they put us into this position, and they have chosen to come forward and to ask us to kind of have faith in what it is that they're doing. Well, if we're going to have that kind of faith in it, it's them who owes us, not the other way around.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that. You know, and that's the thing. I started off like absolutely like trying to spread love and peace and shit because that's how I feel. I love and have much love for everyone out there, even if I don't like you. And I just all it did was fucked me over in the end. I tried and I held back, and then I blew up. Um, so now, you know, rather than hold back anything, I just let it all out as I feel it. I don't have a filter anymore. I'm not worried about the filter. And sometimes I'm wrong, and I'll admit when I'm wrong. Totally, I don't have a problem with that. But again, like I said, if everybody just let it all out and what we feel, then I think that plants more seeds than anything. There's a lot of new people that are, well, there's not a lot of new people. There are some new people that are coming into this, and they have no fucking clue what's going on because this is all we talk about anymore, and it's stupid. It really is, and it's kind of counterproductive for me to even have this podcast. But I wanted to rather than to go make a video about it, I wanted to do it live to talk about it as I felt it because that's the way I work. And I don't know. I personally just think that, like I said earlier, everybody needs to speak their mind 100% of the time. And if somebody doesn't agree with it, if they get mad about it, well, either agree to disagree or get butthurt and go cry in a corner and make a video about it.
Move on, or something,
or block or ban me like other people do.
Yeah.
I start to get frustrated, like when I was trying to talk to them about the threats and stuff.
Yeah.
Once we got past that and I got my answer, the reason I really started to get frustrated at the end was because he started judging everybody over in this side. I mean, it makes no sense, and I don't understand if somebody says to me or says to everybody listening, well, it's my living room, and if I don't want you in my living room, hey, you know what? Again, I agree with that sentiment. As a grown adult, it's your living room. Then close the fucking door.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what, I don't want you in my living room, and guess what happens? I don't put a link for you to come into it.
Yeah.
So this whole I don't want people in my living room mantra is bullshit. That's exactly what you want, and that's exactly why you go live, and that's exactly why you paste the link to join you. So don't sit there and pretend you don't want somebody in your living room. That's the silliest thing I ever heard in my life. And then to top it off, to sit there and judge everybody, like they were saying, oh, Truth came in with 4 accounts. We were talking to you live, and we knew you didn't have 4 accounts going in there, and it was just
I came
so
in with
absurd.
I came in with a Josh account because I couldn't. I made that account real quick, but I used my first name because Chad had me banned. I wanted to call it out, and I went off on Rob because I'm mad at the guy. Like, the guy has fucked up. Like,
Rob, Truth, just so you guys know, Rob actually sent me the link personally to come in there. And then at the end of the show, he pretended like I created an account to sneak in there. And that wasn't the case. He specifically sent me the link, but I couldn't get in there. So I didn't create an account. I already had parody because I want to make jokes. I have no choice now.
Yeah.
I am a type of person where if I don't see a justice being handled properly, then the only other place I can go once I've tried to talk, and I have exhausted, obviously, I think people have heard me over and over again and are probably like, shut this bitch up. But anyways, now all I can do is laugh, right? So now I can try to make parody, and I can try to talk to other people and say, do you understand that they are the ones that have put themselves up on this pedestal, and they have said, we want to centralize, we want to do this, you answer to us, we will badger you till you put your face on camera, till you sign the dotted line, and we do not owe them this. This is a guy who drinks all day. This is a guy who has took money from people. This is a guy, I don't judge him being homeless, because any of us, I've been homeless. Exactly. I've been homeless, so there's no judgment on that. But you can't do these things and then turn around in the same breath and judge everybody else and tell them what they have to do and how they should behave and how they should respond. And the moment I hear that, the cunt instantly turns on for me.
But see, I'd like to bring up a valuable point here. Is my hangout is wide the fuck open. Anybody can come in here, and these guys will not come talk to me. They will not do it because they're scared. They're scared to talk about real shit. I'm not gonna. I went into his shit and I blew up on him because I've wanted to say some things to him for a while, and it bothers me. Like I cannot stand to see people take advantage of somebody else, and you know, like I said, I'm well aware of the situation of taking money, and that to me, I was offered money by one of the same people that offered him, and I refused to take it. I was in the exact same situation Rob was in, and I pulled myself out of it. I'm living in a place that I pay rent. I have a job. I take care of myself. I don't ask anybody for anything. And when I see a motherfucker doing this shit and then still running his goddamn mouth, that shit, it crosses the line for me. I cannot help but to be pissed off about it. Because I supported the guy at first. I had his back, but...
Right, because it's not like you're judging the fact that he's drinking. It's not like you're judging the fact that he's homeless. I mean, I think my party...
money on it. That's
it's the fact that he's judging other people while doing this.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. It's like, I don't give two shits who goes out and parties. I mean, yeah. I was a crazy wild partying chick my whole life. So I'm totally in understanding of that and everything. And I don't think it's my position to judge Rob for his drinking.
Sure.
And stuff. But when he's sitting there drinking and saying, now, this is exactly how he was saying it. The reason that we needed to ban all these people from the chat is because they weren't listening to the show and providing content. They're just talking amongst their buddies. Now, can anybody show me a show of Rob's that was so serious that everybody needed to stop what they were saying in the chat and focus on his words? Because all I ever seen was drinking, cussing, telling people to shut their cocksuckers. There was very little real relevant information. So how can you run a show like that and then expect everybody else to be somehow toeing the line? Now, I can tell you, when there's riveting information and somebody is telling you some really good info, everybody stops what they're doing and they pay attention.
You're
so
correct.
If people aren't paying attention, it's because you're giving them shit.
And you're right. You know, like if I see a podcast out there that is actually like really good, I don't go fuck with it. Like I'm not out to cause problems with that. But now I see something where it's just, you know, like there's people talking shit in the side chat right now, which I understand. It's kind of that podcast. But I'm not blocking it. I'm not wasting my time on that shit because, again, anybody can come in here. If they got a piece to speak, if you don't agree with me, well, come on in and feel free to speak your fucking mind. Man, because that's what I'm all about, speaking your fucking mind. And I think everybody should do that. That's my opinion.
Event says he needs to speak.
Okay. Good evening and good fucking morning. Okay, I got to start this off by saying, truth undenied, I got so much respect for you, brother. You will never know. I'm just going to take this back to the beginning for me.
Okay.
Me and Truth Undenied. Truth Undenied was the first person to have me on a podcast last September-ish. Mm-hmm. And you know, man, we fucking talked it out. We had Tim Mosman on. We had all the trolls on. We did everything everyone was afraid to do. We were fucking, there was 300, 400 people watching live. We were playing good music. We were having good talk. And then, boom. Everybody started fucking coming up with all this bullshit. Now, first there was the Chad Lilly. I was nice to this fucking guy. I even went out of my way during the day to try to cheer the guy up because he was fucking depressed. Mm-hmm. Out of left fucking field, this guy all of a sudden says, I don't like you and you're kind. I'm like, what the fuck? Next thing you know, Robert J. Morris is giving me a hard time on his show. And I said, you know what, bro? I'm not here to sell t-shirts. I'm not here to fucking start a business, because that's what Rob wanted to do. I said, I'm here to share truth. I'm here to learn, and I'm here to make good friends. So Anyways, Rob ended up fucking firing me, treating me like a piece of shit when I did all the promotions. I fucking started that guy, got him all his views, and he treated me like I was a dog. So fine, that ended. They fucked up our show, your show, Truth Undenied, which was killing it, which I thought had a potential to reach. See, my goal was to reach everybody, not just fucking hoaxers, not just earthers, not everybody. So then I'm in this Hoax Central with Jeff C. And I got a problem with Jeff C because he hides behind a fucking mask. He goes around insulting Anonymous. He goes around insulting other people, and he's doing this behind a fucking mask. And he's expecting people to trust him. So, okay, fine. I was playing it nice with Jeff C. I was into this. We had this moderation group called the fucking Prairie Dogs, if you believe it or not. Me, Justin, the Ottawa Expositor, Jeff, and a couple other non-existent people. Now, what they were doing was trying to control the whole narrative of the fucking Hoax Central. They were taking people's comments. They were taking everything into consideration, and they were deciding who they were going to ban, how they were going to respond. They were taking tactics to spreading the truth. They were completely fucking categorizing it and controlling it. And I said, you know what? You guys are fucked. I said, this is bullshit. How are we supposed to be sharing truth when you people are talking about banning, talking about, oh, this person's a troll, this person's a shill? Me and Truth Undenied are just fucking two regular guys that gave a shit about the truth, and what happens? They threw it in our faces and called us the trolls and shills when they hide behind masks. Not only that, after the TransAsia hoax, I went in to do some researching because I thought my fearless leaders, you know, Red Pill Revolution, Jeff C., Press Reset Earth, all these big name people with all these big 40 and 50,000 subscriber lists who by some weird fucking chance only have 100 people show up to their live events. So get that fucking straight. You can buy subs. Very easy. You can buy likes. You can buy views.
Yep.
But these motherfuckers, not only are they controlling the narrative, they're controlling the shows. They're starting memes. Okay, Chad Lilly says I'm a fucked up person, and then he gets 10 other people to say it. And none of it was true. Chad Lilly threatened to kill me, threatened to cut my tongue out. I laughed at the fucking guy. But the problem is, this guy's on camera with fucking guns. Who's to say he's not going to go kill and shoot somebody? And then next thing you know, fucking this YouTube thing where we actually can reach out and talk to people is going to get shut the fuck down. And another huge thing that Truth Undenied talked about was trolls and shills. Okay, they are going to come on your chat. People are going to come out. Some of the best intelligence that humankind has ever got was from co-opted trolls and shills. So if you're going to ban them, you can't deal with somebody mocking you or making a video or an icon with your name. You need to grow the fuck up because the New World Order, they're trying to control everything. They're not going to give you an inch. They're not going to give you a mile. They're going to give you a centimeter and then fucking take it down to a millimeter. And what we needed to do was continue to push good stuff, continue to move past hoax stage. There's so much more. Okay, if they tell us, if George Bush goes on national television during the 9/11 and says, yes, we are allowed to fake the news to propagate a different scenario to protect us from our age, why are we going to spend all our time fucking talking about the news? We need to talk about what the fuck they're not talking about. You want to be in truth, you want to learn, you want to spread stuff, you got to continue to push yourself. You have to ask the questions like Truth Undenied asks. You have to go that extra mile. You can't just think, oh, I fucking busted some Illuminati signals. I know the triangle and the fucking purple and red and green, so I'm good. That's bullshit. Okay, and I got one more bomb to drop right now for all y'all. Upon many, many, many hours of research, I have found a group of fucking ex-gamers. You know, it's weird. There's also connections to ex-hockey players, but I'm not going to name names, but I will. White Rabbit's one of them. Okay, there's a group of people that have started these companies where I'm a good writer, so I write. Truth Undenied's a good talker, so he's hired now to do the narrative. And there's another guy who does the video editing. And you could tell, because these motherfuckers, they all got these raspy... You can tell when somebody isn't talking on a regular mic. I don't know if it's voice modulated, but Mario, Christian Mario. The list goes on. And people, you might be following these very truthers thinking that they're the greatest slice of bread. But I'm telling you what, man, it's all fucking bullshit. You know, Mrs. White Rabbit, all these people asking for donations, like you said, Dabu777 makes enough money off his channel. Look at he's got fucking drones. He's still asking for more money. That's fucking retarded. Someone like Truth Virus E, that guy, you can hear his tech. He could use the help. He's actually putting out good content. There's someone that could use the donations. But then you got Mr. Grim V coming on with some fucking cocky attitude, taking advantage of people like Robert. They use swagger. You know, people gravitate to assholes. Well, you know what? We got to gravitate to the truth. The truth doesn't care whether you're nice, whether you're fat, whether you're a maggot. The truth is the truth, and we have gotten so far from that in this community. All it seems to be, you know, I enjoy the parodies because, you know what, these motherfuckers need to be called for their bullshit. People can't go around controlling the truth movement because they have 40,000 subs, because if that's the case, Vsauce and fucking PewDiePie should be the kings of the truth. Jeff C's got so much experience and so many subs. Well, PewDiePie's got him fucking smoked. So we might as well all subscribe to PewDiePie if you haven't. So basically, that's my fucking thing. People need to watch out. It's controlled. It's being operated. I don't care if you don't like the flat earth. I don't care if you don't like hoaxes. Don't go around fucking shutting other people down. Let them speak their minds. That's what I wanted to say, Truth.
Oh, man. I bravo, dude. I think you fucking laid it out. I agree with almost everything you said, man. I think that it's very on point. I think that, you know, like you said, man, like you did help me out a lot starting my shit up, man. Like I didn't know how to do shit, man. You were sending all my invites for me. You brought people in. You helped me out a whole fucking lot, and I appreciate that. And I know you did the same for Rob too. I was there to watch that shit, and I'll watch him fuck you over too, man. You've gotten a bad rap. I know we disagree on certain things, but like, man, I've got nothing for love for you, brother, dude. Like we're on the fucking same team. And you're right, man. Like, we both tried. We both fucking tried to.
Fucking right.
And you know, it didn't work out, but here we are still. We're still calling it for what it is, man. And that's all that's left to do.
Evan, I appreciate that you just went through that from the get-go, really. And this is something I have been saying I also wanted to do, but I haven't done it from the beginning like that. And I'm sure if you really went into the minutia of it all, it would be pretty intense. And I know you and I were jabbing at each other today, but ultimately, you know, I just knew that you had helped, and I didn't want to be present while I was hearing the things being said to you. It didn't matter if you guys like, I didn't know if you were an asshole or weren't an asshole. I didn't know you. But I just knew that I didn't want to be present while a human being was speaking to another human being that way. And, you know, and I understand, you know, guys will be guys and say the things that they're going to say. But we're kind of in a different weird position because we do have, maybe it's just a couple or one or something, but we have people that would use that kind of stuff against us. And so it's better not to take threats to people in front of people. You know, if it's that important, go do it privately, man.
Well,
you know,
I just look at it like Jeff C tries to protect the truth movement or his movement, but yet he aligns himself with people that go around threatening to murder people, and they have guns. Like, I live in Canada. If I wanted to hunt, if I was living in the bush, I would have a gun and I would hunt. But I don't live in the United States, and if you were in Canada and you make threats like that, you're going to go to jail. Yeah. And not only that, it's going to be on all over the news. And the last thing we need is to get this platform shut down. You remember the 24 hours fuck Scroogle, whatever they had?
Yeah.
So I kept telling these guys, you know, I loved Smoking the Truth. I love all those guys. I'm like, but you guys realize that you're actually trying to shoot down your platform? You know? Oh, you're a troll. You're a shill. Not necessarily those guys were saying that, but it's the people like Chad that spread these little seeds. You know, and you make threats like that, you're going to go to jail.
Well,
And you should go to jail for that shit.
do you feel that that was on purpose? Because I'm to the point now where I'm starting to feel like this is on purpose.
Yeah, someone's got it on replay.
Sorry.
Do you have it on?
Sorry. Yeah, I got it. I'm sorry, guys.
No
What
worries.
was I? No, I think Chad Lilly. Personally, I think me and Truth Undenied had something going. KJ. There was a lot of big people that were really.
Yeah,
really
KJ had our backs on that shit. KJ was giving me support, man.
And I had people outside of the truther movement who were like, wow, like on Facebook, I rarely get any comments. They were like, who's that dude with the blonde hair? You guys have an awesome talk going. And it's like, wow, I'm starting to meet all these new people. And guess what? Since the whole maggot shit went down and Robert J. Morris and all them started banning, and Matty D, Matty D, I set up his show for the guy, show him how to do everything, get it going. First show's good. Second show, I said I couldn't make it. I'm with my mom. He banned me, called me fucking all these names, wouldn't have the fucking balls to talk to me. See, this is my problem. If you have a disagreement with someone in this movement or this group, you should have the balls to talk to that person, even if it's in private, And this is where the whole troll thing comes from. If you ban me and then you're going to slander me, I'm going to do anything I can to come back and defend myself.
Right.
So I made Jeff C. Can't Lie. I made that, and I was open with everybody. And yeah, Mr. Grim V was going on his show, and he was telling people to drink colloidal silver, and he was telling people he had a fucking 190 IQ higher than Einstein's. And I'm like, listen, people, I didn't want to see my friends or the people that I'd become friends with on here get manipulated. Like, I seen people turning blue from drinking that shit. So I was just voicing my opinion. I went on a show, I did some Danny DeVito thing, and the motherfucker turned on my camera. What if I was naked? That's okay. It's my fault for going on the guy's show. Whatever. Okay, so then from the next 3 months, Chad Lilly, All About Perception, all these fucking Jeff C. cronies go around trying to discredit my name because I'm trying to speak truth. Same with Truth Undenied. Just because he came out and said this is a cult, Jeff C. has to fucking go out of his way on Jono's show to say, I won't talk to that fucking idiot. But why not?
Yeah, no, I mean, Jono fucking lied to me. He fucking promised me to get me on that show. But
Jeff C. went on the show under the promise that Jeff would because I wanted to go on too, but he wouldn't let me on either. They asked Jeff live, and Jeff said, I'm not talking to that fucking guy. He called you a troll.
Yeah.
Jono was ready to send you on that link. I'm not taking positions with Jono just because I respect the guy. He speaks truth. I don't know anything about the guy. He's not on my friends list. But my problem is Jeff C. didn't even have the balls to fucking talk to you when you were the first one to step up when he needed to take his fucking Trans-Asia break because he was losing his mind.
I hosted his fucking show, man.
And then he goes and talks fucking bullshit about you. See, this is the kind of thing that we need to watch for. Well, this is the thing that I've been watching for. Who are the people that are planting seeds of lies to stop this from growing?
This makes a lot of sense. And so you're helping people. You're helping people. But then the mantra that gets chanted from them is, who are you guys? You're nothing. You put out nothing. And yet I have seen so many people who have helped people getting told that they're nothing, that they put out nothing. And it's
even a comment or a thumbs up on a video is something. Anything, sharing a video, just even saying, you know what, I disagree with this. Why don't you look at it from this perspective as doing? You don't have to be a video editor. You don't have to be a speaker. You just have to be someone who's willing to participate. And that's what these fucking people are stopping. They're stopping the participation. They're getting these egos, I can ban you, so I'm fucking... Like tonight on Matty D's show, which, was half okay. I haven't listened to his show in a while. I tuned in just to check it out. And then I hear him, he wouldn't let Scully be cracking. I was like, yo, Scully's cool. He just wants to come on. Matty's like, I don't think I can't deal with that. See, this is the problem. They're trying to limit the speech. Okay, it's okay what Matty D wants to say, but it's not okay that he has a fan, someone who's supporting him, watching he can't come on the show. Jeff C. was like that with his show. You could go on his show, but he wouldn't let you talk.
Yeah, I got that.
Well,
I mean, hell.
And I don't have a problem if somebody doesn't want to allow somebody on their show. And I also don't even have a problem with if you need to ban somebody, ban somebody. But the things I have a problem with is when people are making videos, making accusations, or they're slandering people or spreading a bunch of falsehoods, and then they don't even let the person defend themselves, and then they complain that the person, how dare they try to defend themselves, like you were saying, which is the most weirdest logic that I've ever heard of. And what it tells me is, I know it's not logical, it's not proper, and based on just that simplicity of understanding, I know that it's wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
You don't do that to people. I mean,
You
I
know
don't
what I
have
also
any
see too? Oh, sorry.
people. You know, the only person I did on Maddie's show really quick. Maddie's show was going really good, I thought, tonight, actually. I mean, I don't know about the content. I don't necessarily agree, but it's his content. He can do whatever it is he wants to do and contribute however he wants to. But people were chatting and everybody was being pretty cool. I thought it went off the rails because the panel started talking about trolling again.
Yes.
And I'm like going, whoa, wait a minute. Everything was going pretty good, man. So I don't understand, but I do know that the majority of people I've talked to have said, you know, I don't really have a problem with this person putting out this content or that content as long as each person's contributing. And some people disagree and they're like, well, I don't agree with this because while they're doing that, this is going on. But, you know, it will never satisfy everybody. So how about people just put out what it is they feel they need to put out, and then we as grown adults can judge for ourselves what it is that we want to watch and partake in.
But influence, the problem is people are slandering other people and then blocking them. That's not content.
No, that's not content. That's wrong. That's just wrong.
And the other things I have is some of these truthers with the high subs and maybe some with not so high subs are having their material written for them. It's fucking fake, and people are following it like a cult. And you can't really even begin to scratch the surface of how deep this goes, because it is deep. And, you know, Jeff C. keeps talking, the people that don't talk about shills and trolls are the shills. You can't make a statement like that because you haven't done any research into who is trying to take down this movement. And if you have done that kind of research, you realize it's people like Alex Jones, Jeff C., Chad Lilly. Anyone you see that's banning people and causing shit, those are the people that are taking this movement down. And whether they're useful idiots or whether they're reading the New World script is left to be known. But, you know, Jeff C's nothing but a poor man's Alex Jones. He covers more videos on Alex Jones than anyone I've ever seen, and Miley Cyrus, and bullshit, and then he tries to tell people he's the leader of this fucking truth movement. You know, I've seen Truth Undenied speak more real shit and give way more two shits about the everyday person than I have any of those fucking guys.
Yeah, I don't agree with the slandering people, and a lot of the stuff I've seen going on over the course of just this past year alone has been so crazy. And again, I see a lot of the same exact people. First they start it, and then when you respond, they pick on you. And then when you try to deal with it, they've got you banned. And then they go and they comment everywhere else on everyone else's videos, right? And they chime in everywhere. And they let each other all talk, but then they have this, while they're bashing you, they'll make sure you can't talk.
Yeah. Like on We'll Do It Live, the last show that happened, they as soon as Jeff C started talking about Dolores Flores, who I have the utmost respect for because she is the first one that I saw that actually stood up to Jeff C and said, hey, you can't tell people just because they think that the Taiwanese crash might have been fake, you can't tell them that they're retarded and block them. And I backed her on that. So as soon as he brings that up, he blocks me from the account. And then he goes on to call me a retard. Okay, my thing is, why would someone with 40,000 subs want to make a fucking video about a Bald Earth Skeptic show where they have maybe 1,200 subs or 1,500 subs? All they're doing is doing their own thing. Why would you want to put on a 10-minute video where you're fucking laughing at them? That's not mockery where it's not a parody. You're trying to belittle somebody because you feel you have the power to. How is that truth? Okay, I don't see new people. I don't see thousands and thousands of new people on any of these podcasts. So what are we really accomplishing, Influence? What do you think we could do to make this get better?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I think honestly, the way it was going, where people were able to just speak and talk about anything. I mean, I remember when basically anything could be kind of talked about. It was not a big deal. There was a few people that would say, I don't think that you should talk about this or that. But for the most part, people were talking about a whole bunch of variety of things. It didn't matter. It could be, as far as lizard people to whatever. But the more open that people were of just talking about, and then people following whatever was comfortable in chatting, the more people we had. The moment not everybody, but people kept trying to pigeonhole each person into a specific narrative, the farther away we got from having the communication with a bunch of people. I mean, I wish I had the answers. Of course I don't. I can barely figure out what the heck is going on as to why somebody would purposefully put a person in a place that takes out their personal Twitter vendettas against everybody here.
Well, and I don't understand why people are out and outright saying they used to be former trolls. I got people, I kid you not, I had a friend of mine, Ottawa Expositor. I thought he was a good friend of mine. I was in that Prairie Dogs, that we had this fucking secret group where we were moderating, and I quit all that, but still, me and him talked about the Bible, we talked about scriptures. I thought this guy was my friend. I made one comment to him saying, hey man, why are you guys attacking the baller skeptics? Why are you attacking them? And I get a message, he's calling me bipolar. He's like, I don't fucking like your kind, you're fucking sick. He's like, and post this, show everybody how much of a fucking idiot you are. I'm like, who the fuck talks to people like that? How is that spreading the truth? I am a kind person who is here, and Ed'll tell you, I'm one of the kindest people you'll ever meet. But you know what? The last thing you want to do is piss me off, because in my opinion, the person who has the most love can also have the most power when it comes to anything else in this life. And I just see everything getting so pigeonholed. Like, what do you think, Truth Undenied? Can we get this back? Can we start to get a better social thing going again, or what?
In my opinion, the only way to do this is for everybody to speak their fucking minds. Don't hold back. If you don't like something, say it. If you like something, say it. Just don't. And if you don't agree with somebody, well, say it. And if they get butthurt, well, then, hey, you know what? They get fucking butthurt over it.
Yeah.
But I'm not holding back. People call me, I get about half and half of people that like what I say or agree with what I say, totally disagree with me. But then I also offer the chance, and I say it over and over, if you ever want to talk to me, I'm here. Like right now, the damn chat is wide open. Anybody can come in. I don't block people, and yet they will not come talk to me because they're afraid to hear me speak my mind. And that is the only hope, I believe, is like what we've all done here tonight is everybody's saying how they feel. And there's people on the chat that are like, oh, okay, this is, I see a bigger picture of it. And you can't persuade anybody to think a certain way, but you can paint enough, a broad enough picture, give them that take a few steps back, and they can see it for themselves. And that's all I think we can do is just speak your fucking minds.
Can I say something real quick, guys? Everybody. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same thing you said, but maybe a little twist on it. You know what? All right. Whatever. I'm probably going to get in trouble over this, and I don't talk shit. I really don't try to go on that lower vibrational frequency level, whatever you want to call it. You know what, everybody? Grow a pair of nuts, grow a pair of I don't want to say the word, you know what I mean. Like, you know what? If you disagree with somebody that is not allowing people to speak their point of view, what have you, whatever it is, because, I've been in the community long enough, you know what it is? It's afraid of offending your clique. your clique, your group, your genre, your cult, your friends, what have you, right? You can't be friends with them because and that's what it's all about. My point is, get over it, people. Guess what? Now just speak out. You know what? Because in the end, you're gonna find out who your true friends are, or you're gonna find out who's on the same wavelengths, right? It's as simple as that. Just you have to speak out. And finally, now for the first time, what are we in July 11th now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the first time, I'm putting it live on air. It's recorded. I cannot take this back, no matter the words that are coming out of my mouth. And I could be wrong in my own opinion, just like any else one of us on this panel. But I think we're trying to tell it like it is. Stop, people. Please stop being afraid of what you have to say. If you're going to lose some friends over it in the end, oh well, so be it. Move on. In the end, or consistently, sooner or later, they may hate you one day. It may take the next day. It may take a half a week, next month, next year, next millennium, whenever. But if it's meant to be, they're going to come back around and support you. So don't be afraid for living in the now and, cutting your losses. No, I'm not trying to do that. I know. Here it goes.
I'm joking. Just to interrupt you.
Fuck you, Yvette. I like your one-eyed symbolism.
Yeah, I know. Fellow man brought that up 1,000 times. Now, Joint LeBong said, it's become about the personality here and not the message. That is the YouTube distraction. Now, that is beautiful. I'd like to take it one step further. Not only that... Oh, I'm sorry, Ed.
No, go ahead.
The big thing that I'm seeing that's unbelievable is Google is designed to make us fight. Okay? The likes, the shares... The entire fucking platform is designed to psychologically manipulate people so that they don't get the truth out. It went from making videos to having one podcast a week, and then everybody's got a podcast, and then nobody's making videos, and everybody's being cornholed into how many fucking likes or dislikes we have. It's a psyop. They started it with Facebook. Now they're doing it with Google+. And you know what? They're moving it into AI now. Facebook has been completely droned. They're actually knowing how to fucking completely make fake people now. They know how to read everyone's... They can tell what you're going to say before you say it. So people need to understand that there's a huge fucking psyop going on this Google+.
I agree with that. I think that you're right. It is... it's designed... nobody I know outside of, the truth cult uses... Google Plus, it's almost designed perfectly for us to keep us in our little box. I tell people
there's 300 of us.
Yeah, exactly. There's about 300 of us, and then I tell people, I'm like, hey, I use my Google Plus, and they're like, what the fuck is Google Plus?
Yeah, I know. I've had people say the same thing to me, like, oh, she's just on her Google Plus. She's talking to people in a hangout. And
Jeff C. will tell you there's 50,000 people on his.
Well,
Google Plus is banging.
I like talking to people on here. I mean, I would like to talk to them on Skype too, but Skype has become just too easy for people to get a hold of. So, a lot of people are leery of Skype, and unfortunately it puts a kind of a hiccup in things, but there are people out there that, either work from their computers or they're disabled or, they want the camaraderie, and, Google, Skype, other platforms do provide that. There's all different platforms that provide that. But, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if that's exactly what it's designed for, but one thing for sure is the one thing we know it is for some kind of control. I don't know what specifically that control is for, but of course, there's always a greater purpose for what it is that they do. But we could be using their venue, like the Art of War against them.
Yeah.
But,
Well,
we
we
have
were.
people that are, look at somebody puts out a video, and maybe the person put a lot of time putting together the video, and they picked good music or whatever, and you miss that they were talking about somebody, or you miss something, and then you thumbs it up, and then the next thing you know, somebody goes, "Oh my God, that was about me," and how dare you, and you thumbs that up, and it's like, I just thought it was a good video.
Yeah.
and it turns into a whole new dramatic thing, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, and we can't figure each other out. Everybody had a different life, a different everything, and how are we going to sit there and box each other like this? Why would we do that to each other to begin with? I think that should be the first question. Why would anybody try to box you in to begin with? That's question number one for me.
Yeah, well, and I think the reason is, like you already brought up, control. If you can box us in, well, hell, they've got us all where they want us. The people that are thinking about this kind of stuff are all on Google Plus. They're all right there. They've got us tagged, and they keep us boxed in.
Yeah, they do. And we're boxing each other in.
We are, and I know I'm guilty of that too, and I can fully admit that. But we were picking up momentum, and I don't know, it overnight that shit fell apart. It's crazy to me that it did that.
Yeah, I remember where you would tune in, and on any given podcast there would be at a minimum 78 people, and that was a minimum.
Yeah. I mean, like Vince said, I had my best show, I had close to 300 people on it, and I mean that was what We'll Do It Live was pulling every week, and
then boom,
down right now we got 26 views, and granted it is about 4 o'clock in the morning, but even last Friday when I did my podcast during Maddie's, which it had more views than his did, I had 40 viewers when he had 20. It's still, that's only 60 total viewers. I mean,
yeah. Where did everybody go?
Yeah. Where did everybody go?
And why? And the only answers that I've come to with all my digging is people like Chad Lilly and fucking Maddie D and Robert. I shouldn't be calling her names, but this show says calling it out, no more bullshit.
Go for it.
So I'm calling it out. And these fucking people came on here, and who knows, maybe it's because we had a different approach, Truth. Maybe because we weren't a part of the cult. We were actually speaking shit how it was, and we were doing it with relaxed calmness. We were letting anybody, you were specifically picking the outcasts.
Yeah.
We had Hell Wars and Fellow Man on, and Timmy Osmond, and they were the 3 most hated people on YouTube, and we had a great fucking show.
Yeah.
No, you guys did. Fellow Man.
Yeah, he takes every chance to takes the shot at me, but whatever. I still like the guy.
I fucking love Fellow Man. He's an awesome dude. He's a little abrasive, but shit, I have gotten that way too. I've turned into an abrasive asshole.
He came after me a couple of times, and I'm like, I put back on the side chat, I'm like, please, Fellow Man, I'm like, I didn't say literally, please leave me alone, but in a certain kind of fashion I did. I was like, please, chill out. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And he finally got it. He's like, I didn't mean to troll you. I didn't mean to offend you. I'm just trying to help you. And I type back in, trying to help me with what, brother? Trying to help me with what? I understand we're on the same wavelength, and I'm going to put it out there to everybody that doesn't know about my belief system. I believe in the Creator, and I believe in Christ, and simple as that. I'm not trying to push it on anybody. I'm just putting it out there. And so I typed back to him. I'm like, okay, brother, I understand, but what's your point? And he's like, I know I come off a little abrasive. I'm just trying to chill out. And, yeah, I think in the end, in the long run, he does mean well. He does.
Yeah.
All I was going to say was, I just think when he came out against Red Pill, even though, I found some weird satanic ties to Satan 2014 and Lie Killers and Jason A and Red Pill, the truth was we missed fucking Jeff C. And to me, I think the largest person on this platform who's yelling the Supreme Lord Commander, fucking 40,000, I did everything, he's the one who's breaking this whole shit up. As far back as I can remember on We'll Do It Live, it was Mark Dice, it was fucking Alex Jones, it was all these other people. It was constantly just a bash fest. And the thing that was different about you, Truth Undenied, is you didn't bash anybody. You tried to see what their logic was, and tried to get into their minds so we could share what they were thinking, because everybody's thoughts together. Like, could you imagine, okay, I'm thinking the Earth might be flat and a little bit of concave. Could you imagine if the whole everyone on YouTube could actually work together instead of be so divided? We could actually come up with some answers, instead of fucking bashing.
No, I mean, I have totally, I do get on the bashing game nowadays, but,
You get a
yours is
little
more of a
cynical.
point. You're not a basher, you're a point outer.
yeah, I guess, I mean,
There's a difference.
I have had my like the fuck you Matty D videos and stuff like that, but the thing is, I got to a point where, like I said, I can't hold back anymore. I don't have a filter, man. It comes down to, I see it, I don't like it, I speak it, and but the thing is, there's a lot of people that fucking hate me for what I say, but there's other people that send me private messages that are like, I didn't look at it this way. Thank you for that. I don't necessarily agree with everything you're saying, but you're pointing different things out, and I appreciate that. That's the only reason I'm still here.
That's the only way we're going to get better, is if we look at other... See, that's the thing I got on my thing there. It says, don't lie, flat earth, you don't have to take it or like it. But it also says, what are they not talking about? Okay? We could talk about the TPP, George fucking Bush, Jeb Bush. Okay, that's what they want us to talk about, guys.
CERN.
What don't they want us to talk about? I think if everybody just fucking dropped all this hoax shit, dropped all this politics, and we all started to work together as a society, the individuals that actually make this world tick, we could have free energy in people's homes. We could have free water. We could stop poverty. The only problem is the 0.1% of the motherfuckers out there want us talking about hoaxes. They want us talking about Pootie Pie. This is what we're not supposed to be doing.
I agree with that, and I do see that there is a place for hoax busting to an extent, but it should not be the bread and butter of all of this. It's one niche in the grander thing. I mean, it's got its place, but that's not everything. And like I said earlier, maybe the TPP is another distraction. I think that's
just to a degree. No, but you might misunderstood me. I'm thinking if everybody could drop it all, which is just a fucking fairy tale, but I think that would be the only solution to the problem, is if we all walked away from it. Like I said before, if anyone was in high school and they had a walkout, nobody got suspended because the entire school walked out.
Yeah.
You can't just have me.
I do agree with you to a certain extent, and yet there's the other side of me that, being as an adult who believes, that everybody's got to do what it is that they want to do. Like, let's say this is what you believe, and so maybe then you would hook up with, say, Truth and other people who think just like you, right? And if you're going in a right direction and things are working out, you're going to lure more people to you, and people will just naturally then follow because they're going to enjoy what it is that you guys are doing, and then you can be all partaking together. If another group of people are really into the hoaxes and trying to decode language or anything like that, and that's what they want to do, then they're going to attract certain people too. So I think if everybody just does what it is that they feel they need to do, but not bash everybody else, then we can all, we're going to find, because there's different strokes for different folks. And some people might not be, some people might be a little bit leery about going one way at one point, but then as they progress through stuff, they'll start to move a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So while I understand what you're saying as far as we all kind of, if we did the walkout, that's the ultimate step, right? I mean, let's face it, that is the ultimate step, right? And that's the one that most people would like to get to. But in the process, there's a lot of other information and things that are happening. And while it may be a distraction, it still is a distraction that some feel is informative, and I don't want to judge them for checking out things that they feel they need to, is all.
Yeah, and it's also a leaderless movement, and I know that me and Truth Undenied see on the same eye level here, because people need to empower themselves. You don't need to follow just Jeff C. You don't need to follow. Don't follow me. Don't follow. Be your own leader. Do your own research. Like I'm gonna quote Truth Virus C, because I do like that motherfucker for speaking his mind about the daily ISIS propaganda. All that shit he spews is good. Go into your own heart, your own mind. Create your own. We don't need a leader, and that's what the problem is. People are so adapted to following. Oh, well, Jeff C is the leader, so if he wants to lead you off a fucking cliff and he gets paid enough money to do it, he's gonna do it.
Well, and it's funny because when people say, well, where are your videos or that kind of thing, it's like, what video would you like me to do? What video would appease you for us to do, for me to do, that isn't already done? What is that what kind of information do you think I'm going to go make a video on, what my content is, that is so mind-blowing that I can't just say to you in a conversation? Do you know? So why judge that? If somebody's comfortable with not making videos, why judge them that they don't make videos? As long as they're supportive, right? People go, well, we don't need cheerleaders. Really? So you don't want the rest of the world to join you on this mission?
Cheerleaders are great. Nobody doesn't like hearing A. That was a good job.
I've never heard anything like that. No, we don't want anybody that would join us towards what we believe. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for letting us know. All good, man.
Yeah, it's and I do agree. It should be like leaderless in the sense that
Kevin, yeah.
I mean, when you set up a leader, you set up somebody to be taken out. And I'm not a huge fan of Truth Virus. I'm not really into his work that much, but I respect the guy. I had my bouts with him, but I apologize to him for a misunderstanding. And although I don't watch his videos because it's not my forte, I respect what he does. And you're right. It is about do your own research, think for yourself. That's if you go back and you look at the 4 channels that copied all my videos since mine are gone, you'll see that in all of them I basically said just think for your fucking selves, guys. Think for yourself, use your own brain, use your own discernment, and you're going to be fine.
I think, it's Truth Undenied, not to interrupt you, but I think Matty D and Truth Virus and you kind of got your ties crossed a little bit when it really wasn't about that. But, I could say the reason why I like Truth Undenied, or Truth Virus, is because he talks about the shit that no one else wants to talk about. No one out there is really talking about the ISIS. See, I think there should be a level for hoaxes, just like I think Alex Jones serves a purpose. But the problem is when you got people that are running that certain group, like, I'm going to bring his fucking name up again, Jeff Cunt C, and he tells you not to go to other people's channels, there is the problem.
You're right.
Oh, yeah, Maddie went over to my thing and said he instructed, and he actually said the words, now this is another one of Influence's accounts. Now make sure you block this one too, they said.
Yeah, that's the mentality.
And then he finished it with, and she's a slut bag. It's like, really? And this is what people want to follow. And if I make a Spidey D video as a joke, this is a problem. that is very nice, me making that video, when you consider how he talks to people and how he treats people and how he instructs his little soldiers to follow him and block people. That is a parody video is nice. I could have been a horrible, nasty person. Instead, I joked and, you know, made a joke out of it. But that's not, you don't do that. You don't run around and tell people these kind of
one of
things.
our first shows on Robert J. Morris to Save the Silly Humans, he didn't get to speak, and he got all fucking bitchy and cry like a little baby, and Matty D had to go to bed at 9 o'clock, so I had to hear about it for fucking 3 days. So he had to start his own fucking show because Robert wouldn't let him talk, and he gets up so fucking early in the morning, and he's so important that he had to do his thing. And that's just around the time when he started talking bullshit about me. He even had girls like Ladder Rain, who I was great friends with, who I cared very much, starting to say that I was weird or creepy. All him and Chad and Robert, and it's like they're trying to tell even Robert, even at one point, you want to know it all, he's like, behind the scenes, he said, let's keep this fake fight going. I'm like, fuck you. No fake
this
fight.
was back when all this stuff was going on.
Your henchman just said he was going to kill me, and you guys all fucking agreed with him. You're all a bunch of scum. You know what I think, too? Along with these cults that the companies that are set out to make videos that all work together, there's also paranoia people that are fucking either smoking crack or they have nothing better to do than to fantasize that I'm working for the Mossad. Like, I will not bow. I will not take an oath. I will not serve anybody but my Lord. And that's it. And, you know, there's people on here that have taken that death oath. And you could tell.
Well, Ben, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Your eyes creep me the fuck out, okay? I've seen you in videos, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, so, you know, I'm gonna be straight with you. That's I've said events eyes creep me out, and
That's a first.
Usually you get women
I gotta understand, dude.
I usually get women that
every time I seen you was like, I got your nose up, but your eyes, they did creep me out, so I'm going to be honest. And then, you know, I'm not going to lie, I got a little bit concerned because you kept saying, hey, Jono, hey, Jono, hey, Jono, hey, Jono. But you know what? At the same time,
that guy.
I went
on a show and called him out. I called him out. I said, are you the one using the fucking Rorschach account? I said, are you a paid show? I was the only one who stepped up and actually, you can go on. It was called Event Skeptic Episode 0 or something Skeptic. I told him. I said, John, what the fuck are you doing? I called him out. No one else had the balls to go on a show and say anything, but I did. But yet, now I'm a shill?
I called him out accidentally, man.
Well, I looked into the hoax thing. You know, I couldn't find any proof that they have nuclear weapons. You can look into this. There's tons of stuff. I seen a guy who swam in nuclear spent fuel pools. Like, this shit's real. John, I don't find anything wrong with Jono. He's respectful. He's educated. Why would we not want someone in our movement? He's not telling you not to. He's not pulling no Jeff Kuntz. He doesn't go and tell you. He doesn't tell you not to do this or.
I think it's because I've experienced a lot of the people that he's. I can tell you why it is for me, at least.
Yeah,
I've experienced with himself. Well, first he banned me. Then he did unban me. Okay, I hadn't even said anything, and he banned me. But he did unban me, so cool. And then what ended up happening was I just seen when he was pushing things like Clues Forum and stuff, I myself have actually tried to write on a lot of these people that he supports pages, whether it's at Clues Forum or whether it's on their own sites, like, you know, and then they instantly block any comment, any dissenting opinion. Now, when I see that happen, I have to question that.
Yeah, well, I agree with you.
You know, I have no choice but to question that because I have one person blocked ever, and I have one person banned on my parody videos, and it's Matty D, and it's only because he called me a slut bag, and I figured he's all about banning, so, you know, maybe he would like it. So But, you know, if he asked me and said, could I be unblocked, I would surely do it, right? I mean, I don't have him blocked on anything else under any other thing, under influence, nothing, and I would be happy to talk to him without a problem. But I just did it just more like, whatever, you know. But that's it. That's the extent of my list. So I don't understand if I see people block, man, and they don't allow any comments, and I go and I read. If I go and I read 50 comments straight, and I notice that there's nobody dissenting in there, that's a problem, because it doesn't happen in a group of rebellious people.
How much better? Okay, so if you don't like Jono and he's talking about the flat Earth, how much better are you than Chad if you're saying that Jono's, just because Jono might be in your mind a co-op doesn't mean the shit he's talking about isn't true.
Well, here's the thing. One, I don't block Jono, so that's a huge thing. Two, I don't go around and fuck with him at all, right? And try to cause him any heartache or anything like that. And I've told Jono straight to him what I've thought. I never pulled any punches with the guy ever. But what Chad does is a control mechanism. He's trying to control us when he does that. When they block everybody, they're controlling people. If Clues Forum is being propped up as a place to go to exchange ideas, well then ideas should be allowed to be exchanged. How come there's some of us that can't even post in there then?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not an exchange of ideas, so you can't compare me questioning that in any way, shape, or form to what Chad or these guys are doing.
Hey, I have a question for Event.
Yeah.
Now, when you're talking about Jono, are you talking about John LeBon?
Yeah.
Okay, and I got to get this out there. I'm just, in my opinion, I'm not trying to slam the guy, you know, but I know you're not happy with Mr. Grim V1, right? Mr. Grim V.
I
right?
don't have a problem with him anymore. We're over that.
Oh, okay, cool. I just remember I saw a podcast where Mr. Grim V kind of, whatever you want to call it, called him out or said, what about John LeBon? And he was beating around the bush. He didn't want, well, what does it matter? I'm nothing. You know, it has nothing to do with the community. I just thought, again, in my opinion, it was kind of one-sided from John LeBon. Like, there's a big part of me that goes, okay, you know, he's a part of the community. Definitely, he deserves to be heard. But when, you know, ask me, you know, like me, ask me anything right now. You want to ask me in live on air when it comes to personal questions, you know, about my home life, my upbringing, my parents, to a certain degree, I'll answer you live on air. Live off air, you know, that's another question. I'll get more deep with you. You know I will. But when it came down to it, when Mr. Grim V asked John LeBon about who is John LeBon, what do you stand for, he kept...
You cut out there.
I think, oh yeah, he froze. I was like, oh man, please don't tell me I'm getting updated now.
If you have nothing to hide, then you'll speak your piece, right?
Okay, but so people can say that about John.
Yeah.
But Jeff C.
Oh, I know.
Never fucking told anything except for his dog, and he's our fearless leader.
I know.
He's not my leader, man. Here's the thing: not one of these people is my leader. Not one.
Yep.
And no matter how hard they try, and no matter how much they try to control a narrative, and no matter how much anything, that's why I sound like a cunt, because I'm bitching about it, because I'm saying stop it. Stop judging everybody else and stop telling everybody else what to do with us. You don't control us. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Let us just do our thing, man.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part, you know, and I sound like a droning, you know, like, oh, that lady's just droning on and she's going over the same shit and she sounds cunty and she's the this and that, and it's like, you know, and I'm cool with that too, as long as people understand at least that I really give a shit that people quit telling us all how we have to do things.
And see, I don't understand how you guys are talking about John LeBon, because that's his biggest message.
No.
But it's with John, though.
Open-mindedness.
With
Yes.
John, though, I don't tell John what to do and not do. I've never made a video about the guy. I've never went and said, hey, John, you shouldn't be having this show or anything. I've never told him what to do.
No, but I'm saying he's preaching the same thing as you, but yet
Yeah.
everybody's condemning him.
I think it's what happened with John and I specifically was the fact that he started coming at me in a chat room, and he was going to make false accusations depending on how I answered a question, meaning I was not entitled to my own opinion without threat of being accused of something. And that's a
lot of stuff gets read into in the chat as well. And Truth Undenied was making a point earlier today saying, you can't deal with a drunk guy in the chat. Maybe you're not meant to be in this spotlight or to deal with this public issues, because
I do
people
deal
are going to
with
be
the drunk guy in the chat. As a matter of fact, not only did I deal with it, I called him out on it.
Yeah,
So
I hear you. I'm not trying to cause issues myself with you, because I respect you. I just respect that guy too. He's never shown me one sign of not wanting to spread the word, spread truth, open-minded, let anyone on that needs to talk. That's what I see. I don't know
But
about you guys.
that's your
Everyone has their
experience
own
with them.
perspective. Yeah, you guys all have your own perspective. Right?
everybody has their own different experiences, which is what I keep trying to say. We all have our own different kind of experiences with people.
Well, I mean, I do got to wrap this up in probably about 5 minutes, but I would like to, my personal opinion of John LeBon is, like, I personally, like, just watching the way he moves, I don't trust him. But you're right, I haven't seen anything to prove any certain way about him, but the same could be said for anybody. Like Jeff C., there's no proof that he's, like, COINTEL or anything, or that he's anything other than a real person. So I can't agree with that, yeah, but for me, it's just my kind of personal interaction with the guy. It seemed, I don't know, it's my gut feeling, and I could be wrong, but again, it all comes down to everybody has their own perspective, and I respect whoever you want to listen to. I mean, because we all make that choice. I can't tell anybody who to fucking listen to or not. If people want to go listen to fucking Matty D's little fucking podcast talking about the news all night, well, fuck it, yeah, go have fun.
Hey, Truth, I think Hale Peno asked an excellent question. What makes flat Earth hoax busting more important than any other hoax?
It's not.
Okay, well, it's important. It's a good question, because I definitely think that was a very poignant, good question. Is all. I just want to point that out. This is why I keep saying each person needs to really do what it is that they feel that they need to do, and we're going to have a lot to choose from. If that's the case?
Yes. That's a well said point. In my opinion, if they're lying to us about the motherfucking place that I put my feet on the ground every day, and then they're gonna try to base every other fucking lie on top of that. See, I don't believe anything that the New World Order has tried to do to me. I'm trying to unlearn it. So I find just researching about the Earth peaceful. That's me. I love science. I love investigation, hypothesis, and real truths. That's why I love it, Influence. And I'm starting to think it's a mixture. I don't think we live on a ball. I think we live on something that's flat with curves, and that's just me. And I find so much peace in it, because the hoax world, I found that it was like you had to sell your soul to the devil if you're not covering Miley Cyrus or fucking Bruce Jenner. It just started to wear on me, and that's my opinion. And hopefully I didn't make a whole bunch of enemies tonight. I got so much respect for everybody in this chat, even you four, especially Scott, Zucchini, all the fucking agents, all the potatoes, celery. You guys are all fucking hilarious. Ed, I love you with all my heart, brother. You know that. And Truth Undenied, man.
I love you too, brother.
First people I ever found on here that I thought that's a kind of guy I'd like to spend some time talking to, and I really appreciate you, man, for doing everything that you've done. And I really do respect you, man. Even though we don't see eye to eye on everything,
yeah.
you're still one hell of a guy, man. So
I agree with
kudos
you,
to
man. I think you're a good person, dude. Regardless of all the shit that's been said about both of us, I think that we're both real people, and you know, although we do disagree on certain topics, we're on the same team.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of good people that get falsely accused of a lot of things.
Wanted to join the circle jerk.
I don't know who all is, but.
But anyways, guys, if anybody has anything else they would like to say, go ahead and do it, because I've got to crash the fuck out.
I just want to say hugs to pretty much everybody that, you know, most of the people that I see are pretty decent folks. And, hey, isn't it great when people are sitting here able to talk and they're not judging the living hell out of you?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about, Influence? Yo, you're a troll, you're a show, you son of a bitch, you C-U-N-T. Ah, I can't handle it. Ah! Just kidding. Fucking with ya. Alright. I had to get that out there. Tension breaker had to be done.
Yeah, and I know everything that we say on the line can be used in a video, reproduced and edited and put out any way they feel like it. So go right ahead, because I just don't give a fuck. I really want to I'd like to see new names. That's all. That's my last word.
Yep.
Yeah.
God bless you all, whether you believe in God or not.
Man. All right, night, you guys.
All right, well, everyone have a great night, and thank you for joining me. I think we had a great talk, and I think, you know, again, this is the kind of shit that makes progress. But much love to everyone out there, and thanks a lot, Event Man, for speaking your mind, dude. You brought up some very valuable points, dude. And thanks for also Ed for jumping on, man. You also brought up some good points. Much love to you guys.
Same back to you, man.
All right.
Well said, man.
Peace out, everyone. Have a great night.
You too.